Ock. Ock, morning. Hey, buddy. Hey. Good morning. We've gone bush to take some time away from it all.
I wish I could open up my window, step into a world of long lost time, change the scene like flipping through the channels of our life. Little things are never quite so simple once you look up close and see the lines. And sometimes I think someday was so long ago, time rolls by. I miss the air layers of midnight, shadows and narrow roads in the street light. Honey, you're there forever in closed eyes. I'm holding tight, holding bright, holding high. You and I.
The multiple times daily floor sweep to get rid of Occy's dirt and hair. And I always like to do that morning sweep pre-shower, because that way when I get out of the shower my feet can stay nice and clean until I put some shoes on, or depending on the day I might never put shoes on, but at least they start off clean. I am absolutely loving these bird sounds. And just because I am out bush doesn't mean that I don't like to feel fresh, and you know, you never know who you're going to run into. So it's nice to have a shower, still loving having a shower in the van, but also every day I put on deodorant. I want to take this opportunity to thank Native for sponsoring today's video. If you've watched my videos for a while, you know at the start of the year I introduced you to Native deodorants. I actually use their plastic-free deodorant packaging, which is the same formula as their normal deodorant, just in a much more sustainable packaging. It is made from paperboard, and Native is a proud partner of 1% for the Planet and commits 1% of plastic-free deodorant sales to environmental non-profits. I really like that they're non-sticky and dry quickly, which means you get great wear out of them all day, and you can even use them after exercise. I also like that they use simple, familiar ingredients like coconut oil and shea butter. They're also aluminium and paraben free, and vegan and cruelty free as well. The scents I went with was citrus and herbal musk, which is nice and fruity, coconut and vanilla, which is a little bit more subtle, and then cucumber and mint, which I really like. It's very fresh. And with that, make sure you check out Native's limited edition coffee house collection for fall. 3 plastic-free deodorants normally set you back $39, but if you use my custom link MaxOccy, you'll get them all, the 3, for $29. That's 25% off. Now, speaking of coffee, it is definitely time.
Time to time, remind me how I can live inside my head and hide there. I can fit my days into my dreams, but if I risk my winners, wish I'll find you in brand new green.
Well, this free camp is bloody beautiful, and it is actually getting warm. I feel like I should be telling you all why I've decided to take some time away and get a little bit more remote, but I think it would be good for me and it would be good for Occy if we did it somewhere where there was some water. And I have to say, no one has loved being back on the road more than this guy. Should we go swim? I get that feeling Occy is about to sneak down to the water. He has that look in his eye, like he's not going to be waiting for me. Oh, he's looking back. I'm hiding at the moment to see what he does. And there he goes, folks. That little traitor. Let's go see what he's doing. You couldn't wait just 5 more minutes. Jump up. Up. Sit down. Sit. Oh, that's a good boy. Now this is more like it, Ock. How's this lizard just sunning himself? So we're just taking a little bit of a rest break, and I wanted to quickly touch on why I'm taking some time away. Essentially, if you watch my last video, you'll know 2 things. 1, I was feeling really good, and 2, that I was in lockdown in northern New South Wales, and just before the end of the video, there was a bit of a celebration because lockdown was announced to be ending. What a lot of you won't know is that less than a week later, we were thrown back into lockdown. So there wasn't even really much time to socialise, to see friends or anything like that before getting thrown straight back into it. As a lot of you know from around the world that have been through these lockdowns, they are quite hard on your mental state, and a lot of people have been affected by them. I know a lot of people have different views on lockdowns, and I'm not here to get into that. What I did want to talk about is the fact that because I started to feel a bit lower again after it, it was hard for me to make this video because it's hard to show feeling good and then show that it feels like regression. But what I really am getting used to and what I think needs to be shared is that there's highs and lows, and especially after going through trauma, that, you know, I'm going to feel good 1 week and then something is going to bring me down a little bit again. And I think it's that whole 2 steps forward, 1 step backwards. And I think it's important to show that because the thing that tends to happen is people only show the good sides on social media. They only show the highlight reel and when they're feeling good. And the problem with that is it can be a really nasty place for comparison. And if you're watching all these videos of people just feeling good and doing great, then it can be really hard to watch if you're not in that position. So please know everyone struggles at different points. And one of the reasons that I've gone into the bush here to take some time away is just to try and regroup, really get used to my own company again and comfortable with my own company, obviously with Occy involved, and just adventure again, because I know getting back out into this is what I love, and by doing it, it kind of helps bring me out of that rut. I'm already feeling better today just by getting into it and doing it. And yeah, I'm excited for some future plans. Oh. And there goes my boat. Talk continues later. Fetch. I just love how comfortable Occy is on a boat and on the water, and maybe it's a good little test for a bigger puddle of water. Good boy. Come on, turtle dog. I think Occy's pretty tuckered out. What do you guys think about a Sunday roast for dinner? Now, I am aware it seems a little light to be starting to cook dinner, but it's actually 6:30. Just daylight savings has now kicked in, which means it's light for later, which I love. I'm starving, and it's time for my first ever Sunday roast in the van. And so for the cook up, I've got all the essentials: carrot, zucchini, spuds, beer of course, got some vegan gravy I grabbed from Coles, and this veggie roast, which I think was also from Coles. I've had it once before, it's really good. Let's see how it goes in the air fryer. Doesn't leave room for a lot of veg. Let's have a look how this cuts. Alright, let's see how the veg has turned out. Whew. Have a look at that. And of course, the piece de resistance, the gravy, the jus. How ridiculous is that for a van meal? I've said it before and I'll say it again. The air fryer is such a game changer for in the van. I feel like this is a bit ridiculous having the full Sunday night roast, but if you're in Australia, I highly encourage you to try the veggie roast from Coles. With that gravy, last time I had it, it was a little bit dry because I had no sauce or marination like any roast is. But this time with the gravy, it is so freaking good. Just because I'm sure there's some of you wondering, that air fryer just ran for about 33 minutes, I think. And to give you an idea of how much my battery bank that used, I was on 97% before turning it on, and now I'm on 87%. So it took 10% of my battery to run for 33 minutes. I think it draws about 80 amps, so it's definitely a big draw, and you want a big setup to run it. But if you've got it, this is what you can achieve, and I'll be back at 100 because tomorrow I'm doing some driving. I have somewhere else I want to show you, but tonight is for the boys. Night, guys. Well, what a difference a day can make. Good old Mother Nature. This is not exactly the conditions in which I wanted to show you guys the promised lands, but I mean, on the bright side, I wanted some time solo, and this weather pretty much ensures that Occy and I are going to be the only ones enjoying it this afternoon. We are kind of just coming out of winter here still, so the water is a little brisk. I'm sure Occy's not going to mind jumping in. I don't need this. Come on, Occy. And sometimes you just got to go for it anyway. Hey, come on, buddy. It's chilly, but actually pretty refreshing. And I think the thing that makes me okay with doing it is knowing that I've got the hot shower to go back to after this. let's get to that swing ock. And this looks like it's got to be what it's for. Oh, jeez. Come on. There we go. This is hard. One-handed. Now the question is this a good idea? Yeah, I think it is. See you at the bottom, Ock. Oh, it's okay. I don't think Occy liked me doing that one too much, so let's go for the little bit more low core option. Nature's just bloody wild, isn't it? I do believe that before we were so rudely interrupted by the kayak starting to drift away, I was about to talk about future plans. And I do think that maybe it was the world shoving that kayak away, because any mention of future plans at the moment, as we all know, they've been really hard to make for the last couple of years. But I have three different options currently that I'm kind of navigating my headspace around, which will be best for me, which will be best for Occy, and they all lead in quite different directions. One involves being a bit more stationary, two involve a lot of travel, but by different means. So I'm excited about the prospects of all of them, and getting away and being in nature is kind of helping me remember what's important to me and get more focused on reaching those future goals. Because for me, I know that if I'm working towards something, that's when I feel the best. I always have a project on the go. For the last 6 years, I renovated a house, moved to Canada, renovated another house, built a van, traveled with Lee from Canada to the base of South America, and Occy, of course. And then I've gotten home, I've built another van, I've gotten back into paramedics, I've gotten my qualifications, and for me, it's really about what's next. So I guess soon the world will be my oyster again when things open up, and yeah, you're just gonna have to wait and see. And as for in the very immediate future, it's looking like rain for the next few days, but there is a southerly swell on the way. So we're hoping to score some waves, and we're actually going to keep heading south because I'm heading back towards Newcastle. The lockdown's ending there, and I want to see the fam again. Can't wait. No. I know. Well, the last few days definitely haven't gone according to my plan. It has been howling wind, and with that, the surf has been terrible, and it's been raining every day. However, Occy seems to have really enjoyed himself. It has given me the chance to slow down, and as you saw, the van is pretty comfortable even in the rain. It's really nice with the rain falling on the skylight. The luxury of being able to watch TV or a movie, and I've also been reading books and just getting some work done on the computer. It has really highlighted to me the fact that there's so many things that are out of your control. However, it's the way you react to them that is in your control, and with that, I've just really tried to go with the flow with the weather And I'm so grateful to the fact that my work is really flexible. I can move around with it, that I'm going to be able to see my family this weekend. I'm also very grateful to Occy, and finally, I'm very grateful for all of you. I know this video was probably even more slower paced than usual, but I hope that you got something out of it. I really want to get it up to you for this Sunday because I do have some commitments this weekend and I know it's been a while. Thank you all again for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.